My name is Ryan Wilson and I teach in the School of Nursing. I first came to the Okanagan for work. I graduated from nursing and in my diploma program and came to the Okanagan to work at Kelowna General Hospital. I began my career in the emergency department, which then eventually led me into teaching for UBCO Okanagan as a clinical instructor. I entered into my master's program and started a PhD, and that brought me to where I am now. I teach across the undergraduate and the graduate program. At the graduate level, I teach more clinical courses related to teaching in the clinical setting, and I also teach research-related courses. In the undergrad program, with my emerge specialty background and cardiac focus, I tend to teach more health and healing and patho-related courses, and also some research-related courses. There's a few opportunities to work with me as an undergrad. I have had research assistants in the past that worked on different projects that I've been doing. I also teach clinically at the bedside, so there's a lot of opportunity to teach more, 1-on-6 in those situations. At the graduate level, I've supervised master's students, co-supervised master's students, and also I'm available to co-supervise PhD students. And also I work on various research teams where there's opportunity again to be a research assistant in the graduate level as well. One thing I really wish I would have known when I was an undergrad student that I know now is to, in nursing, what we're learning is not just for a mark. As an undergrad, a lot of students are focused on trying to get the best mark possible. And you study really hard, and then sometimes that stuff just goes away and you're on to the next test. But what I've learned as a practice over the years is how actually important that information that we're learning is. And if I could bring myself back, I would put myself to a place where I'd trying to learn it to understand it, not just to memorize it and to do well on an exam. And in that, I've learned to always ask why, always question things when you're at the bedside, whether it's a lab test, whether your patient is getting an increase in temperature. And those sort of things will really develop your critical thinking if you just don't take things for granted, but you're always digging in deeper using that, why is this happening? And that will enrich your critical thinking. One thing a lot of students don't know about me, and I sometimes tell this in my classes, is that I come from a family of nursing. My mom was an RN. She was a nurse anesthetist in Sweden when she moved over here, and then she had a career in the OR. My brother became an RN, and my sister is also an RN. So everyone but my dad are in the healthcare field, which is kind of we all followed in my mom's footsteps, which is kind of a neat thing.